Oh, well, hello there, children. This is Fancy Matthew, and I'm here to talk to you about odd time signatures in relation to the music of Tool. Hope you got your margaritas with you. Alright, I'm going to jump right into this with a song called Right in 2 by Tool. This song is in 11/8 time. This is an odd time signature. We're used to counting to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and not so with the music of Tool. So the song's in 11/8. There are 11 eighth notes to the bar. I'll go ahead and play it, then I'll explain it. Cool. All right. So instead of counting to 11, that would suck. Most times when you're playing odd time signature, especially Tool music, they are subdividing the beat, which means dividing those 11 notes into smaller groups to make them more comprehensible, easier to play. So, in this case, we're playing 11 by playing 3 groups of 3 and 1 group of 2. 3 groups of 3 adds up to 9, plus 2, 11. 9, 11. You do the math. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is the natural kind of cadence of the music. If you try and count it to 11, you kind of lose that, and I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's too complicated. Why make it harder on yourself? So when you're trying to learn these kind of songs, look for little subdivision points. In this case, you can start a count of 1 anytime he hits the low E string. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Boom! 11/8. Made it a lot easier. Let's take another one. In 9/8. Ooh, scary. Okay, Zombie off of 10,000 Days, the last Tool album we'll probably ever hear. Thanks, Maynard. This song, I'll go ahead and play the riff, then I'll explain it. Damn, that's heavy. Acoustic guitar really doesn't do it justice. But in that case, there's 9 eighth notes to the bar. It's in 9/8. However, they're not counting to 9, because again, that would suck. So, in this case, they're counting to 3, and then they've got 3 groups of 2. 2 times 3 equals 6, plus that 3 we counted to in the beginning, 9. 69. No, not Freudian slip. So in this case, what he's doing is, I'm going to play it really slow, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and it's a lot easier than trying to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and right? So we can all count to 3, we can all count to 2, except for maybe Kanye West, Floyd Mayweather, those type of people. They might need to work on those type of things. But so much easier. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's make it a little bit harder. In the verse for that song, they're not doing what makes it easy. It's easy when there's a note on every beat, a quarter note, eighth note, whatever. In the verse of this song, they're still in 9/8, but it's a lot harder because there's space. Space, Carl Sagan. Billions and billions of galaxies. Okay, so this is the verse riff. We're still in 9/8. However, to try and count to 9, you are screwed. So you're better off counting to 4 and then 5. If you're not Floyd Mayweather, then you know that 4 plus 5 equals 9. So in this case, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. If you were to try to count this by nines or by threes, that'd be almost impossible. But that's the genius of Tool, is that it'll have other band members playing in the same time signature, but subdividing differently. So obviously 9 can be divided into 3 groups of 3. So what Danny, the drummer, is doing on the kick drum is just a really easy 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm trying to, how would I count that? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. But if I were to try and count that riff the same way that he's counting it to play his part, it's almost impossible. I've been practicing this for an hour. Let's see if I can do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and. That's hard. That's so hard. Why make it hard on yourself? Figure out where each subsection of the bar begins. In this case, it's with this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and boom. Tool makes these odd time signatures so accessible, especially in songs like Rosetta Stone, where they can play in 5/4, 5/8, whatever. I don't want to get into semantics, but they're literally just playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. This has been Odd Time Signatures, brought to you by Fancy Matthew. If you've learned something, good for you. If you haven't, I still love you.